I am here now as my divine self in this present moment. I am here now. An instant in eternity and eternity in an instant. I am choosing to think only those thoughts which will bring me peace and align me to a higher consciousness. I am not here to feel better. I am here to transcend. I am here to transcend. I am directing all of my energy to pierce the veil and illusion of separation. I am here to transcend. I am using my will and my energy to pierce the veil and illusion of separation. I agree to you and to you alone. I do not agree to the idea of two powers. You are the only power, the only presence, the only life. There is only one power, which is a non-power, because there are no other powers to fight against. There is only one. There are no other powers. I reject all appearances. God is all. God is all there is. Be not afraid. It is I. Be not afraid. It is I. True knowing exists beyond time, beyond the clock, beyond the calendar, beyond wishful thinking. The idea of the veil of illusion is a useful idea. All a veil does is separate, and all an octave is a strata of vibration that coexist with other strata. There are realms of identity that that we may not know while we hold a body, because we are withheld from those experiences by the nature of tone that physical form holds. But we may experience at some level that which expresses concurrently and can be known, agreed to, and realized. The manifest divine is ever present. It is withheld from our side by our agreement to separation. The density of form that we have chosen to learn through in some ways is ideal for the experiences that we accrue at this level of tone. But by aligning to this level of tone, we are bypassing, blocking, or withholding that which coexists at a higher level. We have free will. We must be in choice. The choice is simple. It is the releasing of an idea. Just an idea. And nothing more. Let us release the idea of separation. That we are not one with Source. This idea has accrued much evidence. The denial of the divine surrounds us in most ways. We talk about it. We damn our brothers and sisters. We complain about this and that. The agreements that we have made in the collective field to shame, to anger, to separation, and the denial of the divine. We co-create from these templates that we have held. If what we are choosing from in an evidential way holds its alignment to separation, we are co-creating from separation without even intending to. This is not about finding the right thing to solve the idea of our problems. It is attending to the idea of who and what we think we are. which is operating in a template which has accrued evidence over millennia in the denial of the divine. Because the evidence has been presented, because we understand that everything we see is of God, but we can't comprehend it. But we can begin to agree that what expresses as God can be reknown in an unfiltered way. Let us imagine the body without blemish, or the things that we may have accrued through alignment. All of these things are present, can and must be learned through. But we are not the body as we think we are. We may express without the body as we have known it. To comprehend the true self simply means that we are no longer investing in the idea of self as we have accrued it. The personality structure may never be what we think it should be, but we comprehend these things in a level of neutrality that is beneficial to our unfolding. We become the observer of our own experience without entangling the self and the mandates for outcome that the personality itself would decree. When the world before us is witnessed as divine, which takes no effort at this level, the world actually conforms to the level of vibration that the witnesser holds. Our idea of perfect is no snag in the wool on the sweater, or the child who adheres to our wishes for him or her. Our idea of perfect is the body that doesn't fail, the spouse that doesn't cheat, the world that does not war. But all of these ideas, in most ways, are corrupted because they operate at a level of demand informed by should. And should is always in agreement to lack. It should be better means it is not what we want. It should be what I say means it is not as we wish. To know what is true, and to know is to realize, is to know the divine as all things. when the resonant field that we hold is actualized at the level of tone that is the divine self. Its manifestation serves as a conduit for the resurrection of the form that we have utilized. And the form, consequently, in its vibrational agreement, its intonation, operates as a tuning fork for all else that is informed. This is a chord, A-C-C-O-R-D, A-C-H-O-R-D, as on a piano. The accord that the body holds, the energetic field claimed, is actually claimed in proxy, in agreement, and in accord with all other things. Because all other things are not separate. Do you understand this? Do you understand this? The tone of the divine come as each of you recognizes the divine and its tone in the tree, in the war, in the man or woman before us. And at that level, the agreement is announced and made new through what is seen and experienced. The claims, I have come, and behold, I make all things new. The claim of resurrection. The claim, I have come, is the articulated monad that can be expressed at the amplitude of the upper room. This announcement, I am in the upper room. I have come. I have come. I have come. A claim of truth simply aligns the monad in a new state of expression that is not hindered by the density of the lower field. The claim that precedes, I am in the upper room. I am free. I am free. I am free, is the claim of liberation that allows this to be so. When we step over the border or through the veil to what expresses at the new level, there is a challenge to the idea of personality and the requirement that it undertakes. Because the agreement has been made at the level of personality to undergo this passage. Our permission is essential. The claim, I have come, claims all things that the personality has accrued or identity has claimed, that operates in the negation of the divine in a high octave, which means it must be reknown, reclaimed in a higher way. The energy that we have utilized to know shame, to damn our partner or those people, can be operating in a new tone. The claim, behold, I make all things new. A claim of the agreement to be witnessed from the upper room, and lift what we encounter through co-resonance is the re-identification of the monad as operative in the landscape that we have aligned to. We are not fixing the landscape or fixing the personality. The personality will not be fixed. It simply needs to be reappropriated beyond the idea of fear, so it may be useful and beneficial as we experience it. The monad, the true self, is in agreement with the personality, but not as the one running the show. All things must be of God at one level of tone or another. So the personality in a restructured state is not operating to get what it wants, to demand from others what it thinks it should have. It is knowing what is true and claiming what is true. And then this becomes his or her experience of being. The amplitude of the upper room, which is the operative above the common field, is not operative in fear. And fear is the cause of the density that we have experienced in the lower fields. When we are lifting to the upper room, we must release the idea of self, indoctrinated in a history of fears, so that it may be reknown. Underline no. Again, it means to realize our suffering, in most cases, is predicated upon outcome. The world is redeemed by the realized divine. The realized divine has come as each of us and claimed by each of us as our experience, which means what we experience in the common field as perceived beyond the structure or the inherited idea of what is real or true. Everything is vibration and tone, operating at different levels of alignment. What is in low vibration claims our alignment to that. Who or what we put in darkness calls us to the darkness. And what we bless must bless us in response through the law of co-resonance. A blessing is not a platitude, a few words uttered to support an idea. A blessing is a realization of the inherent divine where it has been denied. When we bless our food, we are not only remembering the source of the food, we are claiming the source as of God and may thereby be replenished by it. When we know who we are, we know who others are, and we become liberators. We are going on a journey through our idea of time. Time is an idea, and any equation that supports lineation is also an idea. Time is real at a level and unreal at another, because time is experience only in the eternal now. Everything else is an idea. To lift beyond the old is not to invalidate it, but to move to what is always true, is to release the requirements of the paradigm or structure that would inhibit the divine. A decree of the denial of the divine that is always true. The divine is always true. The decree is a mandate of the small self that deliberates through an idea of a menu of possibilities born in a general idea of expectation accrued through experience in the collective field. Everything that we see was named by somebody who came before us. The language, while useful, has a tendency to cement or decide form. That looks like a tea kettle. It must be for tea. That resembles a man. It must be a man. We are living at a time where things are altering. Form is altering, and even human expression is finding new ways to embody. And what that means is that our true natures are presenting themselves beyond the old adhesion to the prior expectation of what a thing or a human being should be. Again, should, a demand or expectation based in past concept and collective expectation. If we look at everything and see how it has been named, and see how our agreement to what we see confirms the idea of the thing, we will see the alignment that we hold. The second step is to see that everything that I see is being perceived through a lens or a mandate of separation. not through my intention, but because that is how I have been trained. An entrainment which claims vibrational accord supports an idea that is true at the level of density that we may be experiencing. But it is completely false when we get to the higher level. What is true is always true. It may have been a tea kettle at this moment in time, but once it was ore in the earth, and one day it will be something other. And the essence of that something other, which makes the thing, is God or source or energy. Call it by any name you wish. You do not realize yet the elasticity of vibration and how a thing can be changed and lifted by the one who has aligned from the high pinnacle that is the upper room. Let us take a moment now and look around the room that we sit in. A museum of history. That chair we bought, the painting on the wall, the clothes in the corner, that thing that we call precious, the thing that we call cheap, the names things have been granted call us in relationship to them in very specific ways. Now let us close our eyes and claim this to be true. I know who I am in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I am free. I am free. I am free. Let us allow the broadcast of our energetic field to fill the room that we sit in. Let us allow the divine self to align to all things that we claim as the room. The idea of the room itself. And now, let us claim this. I am in the upper room. I have come. I have come. I have come. And claim this to all that knows itself in form. Behold, I make all things new. Be not afraid. It is I. Allow the room to be lifted. Allow the energetic field that you hold to expand and extend. Allow this light that is the word or the monad or the Christ truth in you to amplify as a resurrected expression, and the denial of the divine that you have utilized to learn through can be released. Behold, I make all things new. Say this to the room that you sit in. I am word through the room. Word, I am word. And now beyond this room, I am word through the town or city that I live in. Word, I am word. And now to the country. Behold, I make all things new. I am in the upper room. I have come. I have come. I have come. Allow the field of your knowing to know itself beyond the idea of separation, limitation, bias, and agreement to fear. I am word through this idea of self that has known itself in separation. I have come. I have come. I have come. Behold, I make all things new. Be not afraid, it is I. Beside me there is no other. I am closer to you than breathing, nearer than hands and feet. I am your very breath, the shoes that you stand in. Be not afraid. Be not afraid. You are seen in your high self as your divine self. What is true is always true. I know who we are in truth. I know what we are in truth. I know how we serve in truth. We are free. We are in the upper room. We have come. Behold, I make all things new. See yourselves as worthy. Know yourself as worthy. I am willing to be known. I am willing to be known. I am known. I am known. I am known. Be received. Be received. Be received.